In for repair today we have our Case Combine. We also have a John Deere 2850, a John Deere 6910. We have our Case 185 and we also have a Manitou. And a little special treat came into the yard this morning in the shape of a John Deere 670i, and we'll have a quick look at that. But first of all, we'll head over to Mick. Battery in this 6910 Mick is giving a little bit of grief here. Now that's not the first time we've had it in.
No, it's third or fourth time I think.
Third or fourth time here, so it's trying to find the problem, putting new battery into it.
Yeah, and I've
thinking
charged
that
it.
maybe,
yeah.
you know, maybe it might be a battery, so have you come up with anything?
Yeah, the battery I metered and it's an 8, cold cranking amp is 800, I'm getting 875 or something, which is a good
That's
sign.
very good,
yeah. But what I did is I put the ammeter on here, and that's good. A 0.23, which is normal, and that'll go down. That's computer's load now at 0.07, which is nothing.
Nothing, that's pulling.
But if you turn the key to if they turn it off to the accessory position, which is all the way anti-clockwise, it's pulling 5 amps.
So what we might find is some of the younger drivers now, you know, good to have younger drivers too. But with these tractors, you can turn the key another notch.
Leave the radio on.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But that's more than radio.
So if I go up and switch this now,
don't go to start side.
No, I go to the.
Can you see that, Andrew? 5 amps.
So now I'm after turning the key to the left, and it's pulling 5 amps. And if to turn the key off, or maybe turn it off another notch, it's pulling what would be pulling that?
5 amps is equivalent to one halogen light, and if you leave that on all night,
yeah, but
just go around there. See,
wouldn't be too much pulling it there, would there?
There shouldn't be, but there obviously is.
But there's no lights on. I'm going to ground. You can stay here, Mick.
Yeah, I need to hold it on here for power.
No backlights on, nothing on.
Brake lights are not on, no?
No brake lights on.
Radio is probably on.
Radio is off, Mick.
And Kaylem was saying you could hear relays clicking there. You hear that?
Yeah, there's a relay clicking.
Something, but the only way there is start pulling fuses and see when you lose it.
It probably is the problem.
Oh, yes.
But it shouldn't be that way.
5 amps seems a bit high.
Yeah.
What we really need to do is get another 6910 and do a comparison.
Yeah. So that's all that's happening. If it's off for any length of time, pulling that is just going to flatten your battery.
Oh yeah, day, no problem.
No problem in one day, yeah. Right, okay, a little bit further of investigation to see what's going on, but definitely we have relays clicking there that maybe shouldn't be.
Could be fault in the wiring or something too.
Yeah. No bother to you, Mick.
Do you want to check charge while we're at?
Right, Mick, we're just going to do a
basic charging check
on your alternator to see if we're charging. Yeah. So first of all, we check the battery and you're at 12.8 volts, which is
an irrelevant reading at the minute because there's no load in it.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Okay. So now you want me to start it there to see what...
Fire up and let's see what we have. Pretty good.
Yeah, so we have a reading of
14.4,
which is fairly good.
Oh yeah.
I'd be happy with that. So that end of it is okay. It's just to find out what is pulling down the power when the keys get switched. Yeah. We've Kaylem back doing a little bit. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to be back.
Good to be back. Yeah, he's in here and we're at the 2850. Now this tractor we had it stripped down a while ago and everything was going well, and then we just kind of got a bit busy then, and like everything else, it just lay up for a while. So
yeah,
we're going to make a burst ahead now just to see can we finish off. Electrics on the 28, so 36 is always a little bit of a nightmare, isn't it, Kaylem?
Yeah, nearly every single one of them. There's a pile of stuff. It's not usually a case of just putting new bulbs in and away you go. But yeah, just it's slowly figuring it out, just going through everything one by one rather than to our indicators, side lights, brake lights, and it's never the same thing twice usually.
Yeah.
The actual fuse cards themselves for them are quite troublesome, but there's a fresh one in this. You'd see some of them where people would be soldering on a piece of copper going round to join, and I'm sure you've done it yourself.
I have seen many things. Yeah, and the biggest problem was there were extra lights and that to put them on to just overload the
so we run
the fuse board, and then it burns out, and then something else burns out. So it's it's a little bit of a figured out system, but no doubt it's patience, isn't it, Kaylem?
Yeah, it is definitely. And see, the joy of it too is that with so many of them here, if we know we have a good say left-hand dash or main dash,
Yeah.
we can swap parts around.
But that's not,
So-
sometimes that's not a good thing either.
No, because then
We end up with one dash in another machine, or
and then
wherever
that's
it
that
is.
one working, then you dash the other one. And
Yeah, but we've bought one or two maybe new circuit boards on them, and it's just because there's so much to try to figure out there. You know,
yeah,
you can just get burnt there at the back, and the pins go, and
yeah, the one especially with the fuses on it, it's taking a higher load.
multi-plug down here on the front, it gives a good bit of grief too, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we changed a good few pins on a few of the different ones.
Yeah.
This, you'd see some people with running wires through the bulkhead and stuff, and it does work too, but it's just a lot tidier and keeps it right.
Right.
With
Okay.
changing the pins themselves.
Well, we'll let you work away at the 2850. Might catch up with him later on as you're going on to another one. But for the minute on the 28 there, we have the seat and all the upholstery out of it there, because we might have to run wires.
Yeah.
And there's no point putting any of the padding in until we have all the electrics kind of sorted before we do that. That's job number one, anyway, to get the electric sorted.
Exactly, because if we put all the part, we'd only be stripping all the stuff off again to get in here.
All right.
So this is the usual sort of stuff that you'd see on tractors of this age. People running wires to go around the likes of plugs and stuff like that. The pins in this are beyond repair anyways. I don't have new pins for this. All this is doing is it's separating the left hand side and the trailer plug to the right hand side. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to do it with this plug anyways. Just going to put joiners on it, and then we're joined here because somebody had just ran a wire and twisted them together to do away with that plug. So that's for the side lights. So the first thing is to tidy up all the lights of this and just go through everything one by one, and then we can start seeing what is and isn't working. Side lights are actually working, but I just need to tidy everything up first. So I get into this now. Now, so we're at a finish with the electrical end of things on this 2850. So more or less, there was nothing working really to start with. With these tractors, usually the first thing we start having problems with is the dashboards, ignition switches. There's just an abundance of stuff. Pretty much every plug on the machine, there's one in every corner for each of the lights. The pins corroded, so I had changed most of them. We fitted new lamps all around and got the dashboards working. So some stuff, just putting in new switches, a new flasher unit, and a few basic things like that. But at the minute now we have everything. Now we have all our lights. That's the front, that should be the back lights. We have all our indicators, brake lights. We have every detail on it more or less working now so far. Everything down to the beacon. So after getting wiper motor, it was only working on the first speed and it's not parking, so I know I have to change that still if to get a wiper motor for it. Radio, everything's a good order, so that's more or less the finish of that, because once we have the cladding out of these tractors, we're able to get it. It's a very simple loom now, in fairness, that goes the whole way around the cab, but other than that you have to start pulling cladding off to start doing repairs. So that end of it's done anyway, so now we can finish tidying up the inside of the cab.
A little bit of verge trimming going on this time of year. A few of the fields are cut now. Darragh, the rib is all icy, rib is all cut. And we just want to run around them, some of them fields there on the banks. A lot of waste along the side of them there with the grass overgrown, isn't it?
Yeah, loads, bushes and stuff, yeah.
You're going to head off of this morning. We have the mulcher out, and we're just going to use the hedgerow as well, just to cut the grass. So you got a nice tractor for the job anyway.
Yeah, got a handy one there.
Yeah, they're usually in the 6, 9, 10 or something, but he's upgraded himself to the 185 this morning. It's a little bit awkward this one with the controls on it because everything's on the spoon.
Yeah, it's going off the opposite side.
To your left and the spoon is on the right, so we haven't come up with anything yet. And we might be able to swap that around, so I'd let you off for the day.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Just quickly on the plates, and you're just going to sharpen these up, are you?
Yeah, just sharpen them up so they're not kind of bulldozed and everything.
Yeah.
Make sure chopping them nice and clean. So.
Yeah, grass will be kind of hard to cut this time of year because it's still fairly green, but it just means that it makes the job an awful lot quicker when you run around with this and the hedgerow then as well on the bottom of the bank. So we'll let you walk away on that. Sharpen them up. Don't forget, check your bearings, check your
grease everything up.
Grease everything up then, it should be good to go. So we just had the flail. What do you call this, John? It's Mulcher, really, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was out for a couple of hours and flying along, doing a lovely job. Darragh was delighted with it, and then all of a sudden hit something, which can happen, especially in a field along a bank. Yeah. And obviously it was the stone that we hit, but we seem to have a problem here because it not alone did it break the bolt, and then the flail went missing. Now we can't get the bolt back into it because
it's gone over. The bolt or the stone must have just gave it a good. It did give it a good whack.
Yeah. So and it squashed it in there. Now I think you can actually. Well, I don't know. I know in the flails you used to be able to buy these carriers, cut them and weld them back on, but we just don't have one at our disposal. No. So. You don't do your magic, here?
I'll do a job on it.
Yeah, I see that. See, Darragh walked away.
Oh,
he was here. He's the far side of the camera there now. He broke it, walked away, left it here. So get him, give you a hand, will you? We'll leave it with you.
Right.
Well, John, that looks to be a fine looking job.
Well, that'll do for now.
So what did you do here? Explain to Darragh now so he'll know for the next time.
I die grinded out the hole there that was squashed in with the die grinder and just got her working again and die grind a bit at the top here and just bolt fits in. And
see they have a little recess there and a square head on them.
They have a square head and maybe you can see them there.
So the bolt will go down and out of the way.
It'll keep us going when we get a new set of brackets. We'd want a few sets of them there because a few of them not great.
Okay. So till the next stone, isn't it?
Keep away from the stones, Darragh.
Yeah. Adam Wilson low loader in this morning. We seem to have a little bit of wear here on the fitting.
Yeah.
Now I say all that happened was it possibly triangle along the ground. A fairly common problem isn't it?
Yeah, there's no doubt the fitting pops out or not pushed in properly or whatever it is.
Now there is spots there for putting it into, as you can see here. These are always a great job.
On the side there,
we're on the side there, you can see them, and that's a very handy fitting to have on any sort of implement there, just especially on the trailers there, that you can take off your fittings and put them in securely that they don't fall off, because sometimes they're not always used. Yeah. This one is for...
Say ramps, is it?
Is it?
Ramps or steering axle, one or the other.
Steering axle, but we need to fix it anyway, so it's fairly simple fix. It's 3/8 fitting there, we screw it off. Yeah. And we should be able to screw the new one back on. So this is not just quite new, David? But
no, he's not, it's recycled.
Recycled. Reused, not it?
That's it. You know me.
Don't throw Anne away. You're as bad as Mick there, not throw Anne away.
Nearly as bad as Mick. I'll give him a tighten there. We'll have to get another spanner.
No, you're 20, yeah.
Squeeze there first. Important then to put the dowdy washer in as well. When you're screwing the nipple into the fitting, make sure there's a dowdy washer in between.
Yeah, we need to tighten this and do it. 22 there for that one.
22.
So we'll just tighten these two up. 22 and a 27. Now John B, the man of knowledge, has come in behind me here and he reckons these are for the winch, David.
Oh, really?
And what's happening was that some of the guys are pushing them, putting them in, and then pulling the wrong lever and pulling the winch instead of pulling, we'll say, the ramp.
It jams cable then.
Yeah, so
Pull the
that,
cable through the two rollers. And
But then we need to mark them properly.
so we either need to mark them, or what we might do here is put 2 females or
Yeah.
two retainers here that we can put them into and right winch on them. So that will more or less.
and that'll leave them free. Just there, and these are separate.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, so he suggests 7, but does
yeah.
nothing about it. It's not head.
There's the engineer there.
Ah.
Back in a week's time, it still won't be done.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, John.
All right.
John B is here doing a little bit of maintenance on the combine. Well, that's the right size you have there, John?
Yeah.
That's
It's a little bit tight.
Is it not spinning?
Spinning half.
Oh yeah.
Changing a finger broke here.
That was probably from cutting too low, John, was it?
No.
No. Didn't hit a stone ran? No.
It's probably because the rape was lying on the ground too.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, could be a lot to do with
So what have you got? So if the finger is, this is one here, which is one that
We're reclaiming it.
We're reclaiming it again.
It was taken off and the new knife was put in. And
Yeah, there's just one section of it broke off. So what happened there is all the anything we gather in there won't cut it cleanly because there's nothing to cut against. So we're going to remove this one and
these two, isn't it?
them two, is it? Yeah. So this one here, this bone here. So you've all the icy rape cut, John.
Yeah, all finished.
So we had about 350 extra or so, and you cut it all on your own.
Oh yeah, no bother.
Didn't need the class coming card.
Oh, don't keep that away from me.
Yeah, so in fairness to the case, it does love the icy rape, doesn't it? Went well?
Yeah, no bother. Yeah, just when the latter stages there, it got real dry, the rape, and had the turn drum speed way down, and
Right, okay.
opened the concaves a little bit more, and
Right.
just
Fine adjustments as you went along.
Yeah. As it got drier, once it gets real dry.
Yeah. And today now, you have just taken off your side knives
Yeah, they're off now.
and back on again.
Dividers
So
back on.
we hope to be at wheat now in the next couple of days, maybe the next day or two. We're going to try a sample of them maybe after, just see
Maybe after lunch there we'll try something.
see what the sample is like there.
Yeah,
See what moisture
it's
is.
coming in quick enough actually.
Yeah, some of it there is coming in, so it would be great to get started with that again, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, just some done, get
So
some done.
you've taken over from me altogether now.
Oh yeah, just three
I got
out
the
of it.
start of it. Yeah, I got the start of the icy rape, and then I was taken off it, and then got hard to get back in it. But John was happy enough, and I said, well, look, he needs a little break now and again, sitting up there, stay on. Actually, you need to get on, stay on working.
I have to get that working.
There's another job, you see, John. All right, so we leave you away there.
Yeah, no bother. Not good for the fingers, that.
Shirt straight. Let me shirt straight, just want to see where it's going to. Okay, so we're going to go for there somehow.
Yeah.
That's the job. Yeah, where's the other one? That's looking all right. So now we have the stickers, go fast stickers on the...
Another 20 horsepower.
Yeah, there we go. Looking at business now, isn't it, Carl?
Yeah. Yep.
Looks a job now, one each side there now. Look, they're not going to go any quicker or make it go any better, but... John B has decided to change his colours from case red to John Deere green. Is that true, John? Kevin won't like to hear that.
I was always an old fan of the Deere.
Yeah, so we would have had a 660 before. It was a straw walker machine. Then we changed to the case and for the rotary. So we've got a demonstrator in here of a T670i. Now, don't know too much about it. I just it's a straw walker machine, obviously.
It's a 6 straw walker machine. Yeah,
and it probably has bigger capacity. I know in these ones there's a bigger sieving area on them, and there's probably a bigger horsepower engine that's in them as well.
Stronger, yeah.
So we're going to have a quick look at here now. We really won't know till we get to the field, but we just said we'd a quick look around it first before
there's a few changes inside.
Let's go. So the first thing I've noticed about it is there seems to be a bit of a recess here on the cab, and that was probably one of the things in the other cab. Every time you come in, you hit your head off.
Head off it,
right, and all the hair in your head, John.
My hair, that's what happened to me here.
Just took it off, it shaved it off it. So we have a little recess in it here that we can actually come in where your head will be, and you're in the cab. The cab space itself, again, leather seat, everything is
it's
very high spec on it. Key is down here, which is probably unusual. They're always over there somewhere, but
the John Deere.
No, we've no power here. So obviously we have the. Where would
it's down below the ice layer.
Go down there and get the ice layer there.
Hop in there.
So first impressions in the cab is very good vision out of it. Slim lines on the pillars, definitely slim line here. Good wide open window there to your right hand side. Your mirrors and everything are very, very easy to see everything that's going on around you, isn't it, John?
Yeah, good job, yeah.
So the old style lever still in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had this. We had this in our last, and it was grand. I have to say, probably the only thing I used to find about it is in reverse that it kind of you're trying to bend your hand back, and if you're going into.
I think you can shift this forward now.
Can we move that forward?
I think so now. I'm not sure.
There could be a button in here at the back, but no, there's some sort of a. Oh, that's for this bit here. So we can move this console up and down closer, and on that then we have all our air conditioning. You have, what else do we have? Your radio on it here, and all your lights along with your hazard lights and all that, and then all your different settings around it here. So this is the screen that comes with it. Better accept that, will we? Hit that optional. So you need to download and scan that, John, before you do any work on this machine. I'd say that'll be done.
It was done.
Yeah, was it? Joe, it's done already. So we'll hit OK on that one. And again, we have our work screen. A couple of videos on it here. One for the hitch, which is a great job. I presume if we hit that, it'll pull that up. So we can see here where we hitch on the
header.
The header, a little bit dark in it there. Probably might be a light with it as well. If we go back out of that hitch. Oh God, where are we going now? So we have a loading auger. Yeah, so we have a camera here on the loading auger, and then we have another one on the reverse and separator, which we have here. Yeah, so very clear cameras, I have to say, on it. Go back over that then again, and we're set up here on winter wheat.
Yeah, so I'll set up there.
So if we go into that, I don't know, that screen expand or?
No, you do that here. You do all that here on your control panel.
Right. Jeez, Johnny, you definitely were reading up on this, weren't you? Are you just winging it here, are you?
No, not really, no.
No.
You have your fan speed, your saves are all here.
Yeah.
All there on
So we hit that, I presume, we go straight to our fan speed on it. Obviously it's not working, so it's not going to give you any readings. That's your Schaefer. Here's your concave, your thrashing clearance, and your thrashing speed, which you've none because it's not working. So everything is fairly self-explanatory on it. The orange buttons, I presume, are for forward buttons.
You have these two here now. That's your gears. One is your field, two is your road. Now on this combine, you don't have to have it at full revs on the road. You put it on this one.
Okay.
And it still does 40k.
All right. So it's like an eco mode on it.
Yeah.
And then these ones here we have that 4-wheel drive?
Yeah.
No, 4-wheel drive and a diff. And obviously this is on tracks as well.
Park brake, and then you have that's it there now, the park brake.
Yeah.
Then you set your head levels here. One of them is for the head, like if you set your levels and
you can do your tilt on it.
Yeah, number 2 is your head.
So yeah, so we have your resume buttons are here on that. So one is obviously auto steer, one then is for your preset, two is a different preset, and three then
two is up and down, drops every time you go in,
and three is another preset habit, and then lift up and down here on the levers. I'd say that's the reel. That's the reel. There's your header. There's your auger in and out. That's your auger on and off. Oh, and now auger disengaged. Happy enough. And this is the emergency button, the eject seat. So you hit this and you go straight up. At the back of it, then have we buttons at the back of it?
At the side here.
Oh, at the side.
What's that for? What they're for.
You don't know what they're for.
I think it's to do with if you have the other head on and the sliding knives, the sliding head.
Oh, it's for the vario head. That's in and out.
You press it and you use your what do you call it, the button then.
Yeah, well look, we're not going to read too much into it there at the minute now. We're just going to wait for a little bit of weather, a little bit of a window of weather that we can get out, and 25 for header on the back of it. So
25, yeah, you can.
Did you go 30 would you?
You can, yeah. They actually have a 30 foot for it, so.
Right.
Just gave us the option there, so I think 25 was enough just to try it out.
Good enough. Yeah, well look, it's
actually full of diesel.
Yeah, won't be full now when we get it.
Yeah, there's all your monitors as well. Your grain monitors are the two lines at the bottom there.
So that's you're looking after.
And then when the thrashing is running, you have your returns. On there. It comes on there.
Good enough. Well, look, we'll
your header height.
Johnny, you're going to get on now. You have to wait. We'll get to the field. You're getting all excited there now. So we'll wait.
John Deere,
we'll wait till we get to the field and put the header on. Then we'll keep you updated on that. See how we go.
So my spare's in for a little bit of TLC again, Mick, but we have a reoccurring problem.
Yeah. The steering going fast on one side, and the treads. Andrew has a shot of it there. The treads are gone. This is the body of the valve.
Yeah.
And there's a flow controller built in there,
which is this here.
Paul has there. The treads are gone in there. So what I'm going to do is, I get Roger to weld a nut on there. Now I want to get that to start. The tread, I think I'll take drill them treads out.
Yeah, so if we drill the treads then no damage to bolt him going in.
Yeah, it'll look right. But these valves are constantly hammering.
Yeah.
Like going around the yard here, and tick, 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 all the time. It's hard on them, so I'm assuming. Funnily enough, it's the only one that's doing it. Like there's three more, because there's 4 2 for each side.
Yeah.
So
and maybe it's because on the underside, when every time it ticks, it's able to fall rather
This is one beside them doing the same.
Yeah, true.
So I don't know.
Yeah, so definitely we need to do the treads.
If this doesn't work, we'll end up putting a cap on it. Actually, I'm just one when I use the big nuts.
You use whatever you want, Mick. I won't stop.
Well, it makes you start now, okay?
Yeah. So yeah, big difference. So we wouldn't start the way it was.
Yeah, we had a problem there with the starter runoff, which is buried in there at the back. Now it's what makes it? It's a Pramac generator that we have for the work trailer here, and in fairness to it, it's
an absolute gift.
Yeah, great job. Now it got stuck. I don't know whether the starter got stuck or what happened, but
well, according to the guy who repairs them for us, from what I understand, the armature has spread, which is normally that the starter's been spun when the engine's running.
Yeah,
kept going. I metered it from the key. I'm not getting a signal to it.
Okay.
Well, it's not. It wouldn't do it yesterday. That doesn't mean there could be an intermittent fault in it. But there's a serious difference in starting.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of turn key here.
Barely touch it.
So we put the cover on it then.
It'll be a lot quieter.
Be an awful lot quieter. Now, the only thing is that once we have the cover off it now, we've seen another problem here that needs to be fixed in it. And that looks like engine mountings on it there, Mick. It's kind of very loose there, isn't it?
Oh, it's dancing around. When it start and stop. When it's running, it's okay.
So the
only thing is the generator is solid to the back of the starter, or to the back of the engine, but no ideal.
So we're going to have to bring it in here. There's rubber mounts on it.
Maybe I'll take it out to that.
Which, if you look down here,
Oh,
there is a little bit of that mix, so that's probably not ideal, so it's not.
No.
So another small job there. So fix one and find another. Today we're looking at our Bale fork. Now, David, this Bale fork has been around a long, long time. Hundreds and hundreds of years, I think, at this stage. It's got an extension, it's got a top to it, it's got a strength into it.
Yeah.
But today we're looking at the forks now, which are one or two of them now not in great shape.
Yeah. The usual couplers hanging out of it.
Yeah, that's the bush
It's
that's
the bush that's in it, yeah. So just cutting them out and putting new ones in. So I have this one here, ground out. That's the new bush.
John B, what are you looking for? You see, look, coming in our space here. We're talking here. Are you looking for me or looking for him?
Dave.
Looking for Dave. Right, we'll wait in a second now. So we have our bush in, and we actually have a new fork there as well.
Yeah, there's tines there as well. They're good. The
Oh,
tines are fine, yeah. So we won't be changing the tines, only if we need to. But the bush is a cone. So basically, as you can see in the end, your taper, and that's it. And this is the cone. We'll put them in and we'll weld them in fresh and get a good weld on him. You see where he's after being welded numerous times before.
Yeah.
Around both sides, a fair gap around it. So
Will you get to build it up?
we'll get to build it up, yeah. So that's generally it.
Many of you to do.
Definitely 3 anyway. The end one looks all right. So
Yeah.
these 3.
Bit of a bend on that one there too. Must have got a.
That's the crack. Can you see that here in the around here in the video?
Yeah.
Yeah, hanging out.
So you can actually hear it going up the road, rattling away.
Yeah. So we'll do the 3 of them anyway and get them done. So it's a bit of work to them, but sure, look, now's the time to
There's
do
the
it.
time, yeah. Right, we'll leave you at it.
Yeah, all right.
We have Philip in from Mid-Loud and we're just servicing our, what's that, 185 is it?
185, yeah.
And look, it's just general checks then when you're servicing that. He's obviously here with an airline, he's giving it a good blow in around the rad and that. There's a lot of crap does build up. And we've seen that even from the 175 and in the front PTO, that there's some amount of stuff in there.
It builds up there, and this stuffed radiator doesn't really help at all because you need a good airflow.
Yeah, okay, now you also went to do one of the filters there, just not that easy to get at, is it?
No, the hydrostat filter, it's in behind the guard, the tank, just where it sits. You spend more time trying to get at it without the wheel off.
Right.
So it's easier to take the wheel off because there's actually 2 filters you have to do on a 600-hour service.
Right, okay, so we're going to pull it in there and whip that wheel off and just get into that. Is that it? That's the plan anyway?
That's the plan anyway, yeah.
Okay, we'll leave you at so. So that's it for this week's Workshop Wednesday. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, so from over here at Finnegan's Farm, we'll talk to you all next Wednesday.